Welcome everyone to the first Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokemon review, covering all of the Paldea Pokemon. Today's Pokemon that we're going to be talking about is Espathra. Now, if you look at its stats, you can see that another Pokemon where the defenses are kind of poor, but it does have a 101 special attack and 105 special attack stat, so not too bad offensively. Today we're going to cover two different sets, both very similar but using two different abilities. But before we get into that, let's first go over some of the moves Espathra gets. Espathra is a monotype psychic Pokemon, but it gets some other good coverage moves like Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, and Flash Cannon, and Dazzling Gleam. Now, for the first moves that we're going to use Speed Boost Espathra. For those who don't know, Speed Boost is an ability that at the end of every turn, the Pokemon on the field will just get an increase by one stage to its speed. So, the way that this set works is we're going to use Stored Power and Calm Mind. For those who don't know, Stored Power might seem like a weak move as it's only base 20 in power. But, the way that Stored Power works is for every stat increase that you have, it gets boosted by an additional 20 base power. So, let's just say you use Calm Mind this turn, and then at the end of the turn, you get your Speed Boost activated. Now, you currently have a stat increase in your Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. So currently, 3 stat increases. So, Stored Power now goes from base 20 to being a base 80 move, as you have 20 for each of those stat increases. This set is just going to be pretty powerful, as the whole point is to get your stats up as much as possible, and then use Stored Power as a means of OHKOing your opponent. But not only is the move strong, you have to remember, the whole reason that the move is now strong is because you have the 1.5 special attack boost and the 1.5 speed boost. So not only should you be doing much more damage on top of your move that's getting that much stronger, you should also be now faster, hopefully able to outspeed your opponent and hit them with 4 KO. The second set we're going to cover is a very situational set, as it depends on your opponent and what Pokemon they have, and potentially if they have any setup Pokemon. But if you bring this in the right situation, this can be a very deadly Pokemon. Now we're going to use Espathra's other ability, Opportunist. Now the way Opportunist works, that if your opponent uses a move that boosts its own stats or boosts its stats in any way, Opportunist will activate and you will copy the same stat boost that they do. To go along with this, we're going to use a Mirror Herb. Now, the Mirror Herb is a new item that's been added to Scarlet Violet that has the same exact effect as Opportunist. So, I'll give you a situation here. Let's just say your opponent has a Volcarona, and you're in a bad spot, they know you're going to switch out, so you predict that they're going to use Quiver Dance. So you switch out and bring in Espathra. Now, your opponent goes for Quiver Dance, so now they get a boost to their Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. But, using this set now, Opportunist is going to activate, now giving you a boost to your Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. But also, the Mirror Herb is going to proc 2, giving you another boost to your Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed. If we combine this with the previous set, using Stored Power, Calm Mind, maybe even just some other coverage moves and setup moves, Stored Power already, theoretically in this scenario, is now a base 140 attack. But not only is that move super strong, remember, you have 2 times in special attack and speed. So you should easily be able to outspeed your opponents while doing an unrealistic amount of damage to them as well. In theory, getting a one-hit KO. That's going to be all for this video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. And if you're into this kind of content or looking forward on some guides on how to use the rest of the Gen 9 Pokemon, make sure to subscribe, as I have guides coming out for the entire rest of this week for all of the Gen 9 Pokemon that have been added.